Hi there, screen printers. Thanks for coming in and checking out this video. This is just some simple felt that I'm printing some pennants on. It's not too complicated of a process, but just something that I have to do 2 steps on. So I just wanted to walk you guys through it and see what that looks like. What I've done here is I've made some marks here to show me where. The first one, I have to do this in 2 steps because the print is too big and I have just a normal platen. So the first one that I'm going to do just lines up right at the top of the platen. And so I've lined that up, and I've also put some marks so where the edge is, just to keep this thing straight. So I have this lined up, and then I have marks for my second print, and I'll show you that as well. So because these things are a little bit thick, because the felt is so thick and just spongy, it really takes a lot of ink. So I do about 3 passes to get the coverage that I'd like. I tried to do this with a 180 to start off with, but I've moved to 110 just because it's just not enough ink in a 180. So this is a 110 mesh, and I'm going to do this a couple times. So this is my 3rd pass of this one, and it's got nice coverage, looks good, and I'm just gonna run that right through the dryer. Okay, so here's my 2nd pass. So I'll run this through again. So I'm doing print, flash, print, flash, print, and then putting into the dryer. Okay, so I'm on my second part of this, the second step. So what I've done is I've made a little mark here where I want the beginning of the M to be, so that I have a good spacing between the M and the words. So I made a little mark here where the beginning of the M is, and I've also made guides to keep these things centered. So this one's going to be centered using these 2 marks, and also I know I want the M to start right here so that I have that spacing here. So one of the things I didn't talk about earlier was the tack. I used a little bit of tack, but really not a whole lot. I just used the water-based, and I put a little bit of water on it, so it's actually worked pretty well. It's keeping them in the same spot, so that hasn't been too much of an issue. All right, so I've got my M lined up here, and now I'm just going to do this. The thing that makes this a little more difficult is that because it's such a long screen that I'm almost to the edge of this, which makes it a little more difficult. So I'll do that really quick. Again, I'm doing print, flash, print, and then into the dryer. Okay, so I like to do 3 passes on this just to make sure that I get a good coverage. This is my 2nd pass on this one, and I'm using, like I said earlier, a 110 mesh just to get some good coverage, but I like to do 3 passes. At this point, you can see my quality inspectors come by just to make sure we're doing a good job, and so I'm going to do a 3rd pass, and then we'll throw it in the dryer. Okay, so this will be my 3rd print on this one. So after my 3rd print, it's got nice coverage, and I just go straight into the dryer. One of the things, I don't know if you could see it, is some of these have got a little bit of fibrillation where the fibers stand up a little bit, especially right here on this R, there's a little bit of fibrillation. So what I've been doing is actually heat pressing all of these just so they have a nice matte finish. These ones, I've already done the M. I've already heat pressed the M's to get a nice flat print. There's not a whole lot of fibrillation on this. I don't really know how to film it so you can see, but this one definitely on the R, there's definitely a little bit of fibrillation, and we don't really want that. So, so I've been heat pressing them at about 250 for 10 seconds, and it really improves the look of them and the finish. Okay, so I earlier heat pressed the M just to flatten it out a little bit, and this is one that I can really feel the fibrillation. I'm not sure if it comes out on the camera, but there's just a little, you know, it's just very bumpy. The print is very bumpy, a lot of fibrillation on this one. So that's why I decided I'm gonna heat press these. So what I did is I just have my heat press at 250 degrees. I'm gonna use, not a Teflon sheet, because that makes the printing really shiny. So I'm gonna just use parchment paper and not too much pressure, like a medium pressure for 10 seconds, and it gives it just a nice flat feel, and really has a really good result. So so again, I'm not really sure if you can see it, but it's just really taking all the fibrillation out of it. It's a nice, smooth, flat print now. And to me it seems like a really nice result. So anyway, I hope you enjoy this video. You know, just how to print pennants. Pretty self-explanatory, but I just figured I'd show you what my process was, and hopefully this will help you out. Anyway, enjoy your day, and happy printing.